hosting one of our living legends who has entertained us, who has carried us with him wherever he went all over the world. We are talking about Henry Wanyoike. He has won gold in 3 different Olympics: the Athens Olympics, the Sydney, Australia Olympics, and in Beijing. And he's here in the studio with us. Welcome,
Thank
Henry.
you, Kasaburi, and thanks so much to the viewers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to see you. We've just been following you on the international arena, you know, doing the marathons and, of course, participating in the Olympics. And we just want to say thank you so very much.
Thank you. It's my honor.
For carrying the flags so high. Let's talk about Henry Wanyoike, you know, as a young child growing up. You grew up in Murang'a?
No, in Kiambu.
In Kiambu?
Yeah, in Kiambu County.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I grew up in Kiambu, which is in Kabete, Kabete ward of Kitaro.
Yeah.
I went through Kajero Primary School, and then later I joined Kahuhu High School.
Okay.
By that time, I used to have very good sight.
Yeah.
So I went to the normal schools. I didn't have any challenge with my sight.
Now, what happened at 21?
Okay, at the age of 21, I went to bed on 30th April of 1995 before I had a mouse stroke. And on 30th April 1995, I went to bed with my good sight. And from 1st May of 1995, I've never been able to see with my sight again. So it's something which happened all of a sudden after recovering from the stroke. Then it affected my optic nerves.
Wow, wow. What did the doctors say, you know, attributed to this condition?
Okay, I went to various hospitals and didn't get the right answer of what might have caused the stroke, and also what happened with my sight. So I was asking the games teacher, how will I be able to make it to run without sight? But you had to take me through the program. That was Mr. Dominic Munyi, who was the games teacher. And then I used to run with the principal, Mr. Saya, who was very kind to me, and he was giving me his time to run with him. And then later in the STEAM, when I was doing in Machakos, I was able to qualify to go to Sydney Paralympics.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And of course, you came back with a gold.
In fact, when we came back, that was the only gold medal we brought in Kenya. And I was very excited to come back with that medal for the first time. And I remember when we went to Sydney, I remember during the introduction of those people who are taking part in the 5,000 meters, I had a very shallow introduction. They just mentioned my name, Henry Wanyoike, and 3 from Kenya, that's all. But the other guys I was racing with them, they had a very good history. In fact, I turned to my guy, I told him, oh, next time we need a better introduction. So from the start to the finishing, I had a lot of energy. In fact, towards the end, I was even dragging my guide. He was not able to keep up with his speed. We won the race. Yeah. Even the whole world protested that, oh, I was given the wrong classification. But later I got my medal. When we came back here, I was able to be awarded with the honor of Grand Warrior at the State House by former President Moi for bringing fame to the country and the whole of Africa.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That is great. Now, from Sydney, of course, we're just talking about the Paralympics. Then we went to Athens. Is it Athens?
I went to Athens. Yes. I still won medals. I went to Beijing. Another medal. Then in London, I had an injury in London, so I didn't make it to the finishing. I wanted to do the marathon. In fact, what is missing in my basket for many medals, it's only the Paralympic gold medal for marathon. And this year I was supposed to go there, but I just got an injury towards after qualification in Geneva, Switzerland this year. So I didn't make it to go, but all is not lost. I'm planning to do the World Championships next year.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Boston Marathons, you've won quite a few of those, you know?
Yeah, I've done the Boston Marathon, I've done the London Marathons, and I've also done many of the Stanchart Marathons in globally during the Seeing is Believing campaign. And I have won many trophies. When you come to my house, there are so many trophies. I've done many marathons. And I remember, like, my first marathon in Japan, It was so tough. After the race, I was so exhausted. I could not be able to make it. And I said to myself, I'll never do another marathon. But later, after 1 year, I went to Boston and I won with a very good time. And from there, I was able to be beating my own records. So from the 5,000 meters, 10,000 meters, and 10,000 meters, I still have those 3 world records up to date. So even for those who went to Tokyo just the other day, nobody was even close to my records.
Let's talk about April 17th, 2005 and April 24th, 2005. These were very close dates. And you had a race in London, you had a race in Hamburg. How did you manage that?
Okay, there was a race in London which was entered before. I was going to do the campaign with the Stand Chat for Seeing is Believing. And then I got another invitation in Germany, in Hamburg. So, and everybody wanted me to be in the 2 events. So I had to train to go an extra mile. I was training like 2 times or 3 times in a day. And I went to London. I was able to beat the world record there in London, and I was so very much happy. And I think because of that excitement, that 1 week later I went to Hamburg, and I was able to do even much better. I was able to beat that record once more. So in 1 week I was able to beat 2 world records.
Now you're also an author. Victory Despite Blindness.
Yeah.
You know, these books that are right here on the table. And of course, rising above any calamity, any trauma. Tell us about the books.
Okay, for the challenges I've gone through and what I've been able to encounter with the 2 lives of when I had sight and without sight, there is a lot which has happened to me. And I thought it is good to have a story of myself, so that even the generation, for those people who think the life has come to an end, those who have given up in life, when they read my story, what I have gone through after going to bed and the next day you are not able to see, and I was able to pick up those pieces, and I was able to become a world champion and even being featured in the Guinness Book of Records.
Now these are 3 books, but under the same title. They are written in three different languages. One is in English, the other one is in Dutch, spoken in Holland.
Yeah.
And the other one is in Deutsch, spoken in Germany.
Yeah. So I got another in Germany who did the translation, and then Ben Fru copied, but he died a few years ago. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry.
And then I had another author from Netherlands who was so much interested to do the story, so that the people in in Netherlands and in Germany, they can read the book. In fact, the children's Bible in Germany of 2017 and 2018, there was a story inside that book, the Bible. For the children, so it has been done in different languages. Even I had a book of Chinese, which is a cartoon book in Chinese and also in Japanese. Yeah.
Your foundation, Henry Wanyoike Foundation, this is a foundation that caters to the vulnerable in communities. Just walk us through it.
Okay, the Henry Wanyoike Foundation was registered in 2005. And when I won the 2 gold medals in Athens, many people are coming to look for support. And through the friends of who are very close to me, we thought it is good we have an umbrella body whereby we can be able to support these people through that organization. And the foundation idea was born, and we registered the foundation in 2005. And we have 2 or 3 objectives. We support the people with disability with the devices like wheelchairs, the walking sticks, and etc.
Let's talk about the fight against substance abuse. You're quite involved with drug abuse, substance abuse.
I'm very, very much involved.
Yes.
And we in fact, there was a group of there is an organization in Kenya. We call it Alive and Kicking. They make balls. And that is how we started to talk. Through the balls, we write the message. So before they start the game, they can see the message from the boss, and also we had the big posters, and through the Henry Wanyoike Foundation we look for the experts to come and talk to these young people, because most of the young people, they have been involved in one or the other to use this with this substance, of which it is not good for their health. And that is why I decided to be moving to these schools, so that I can be able to talk to these young people, to prepare them even before they come out of the school, the challenges they might face after the school.
Well, you've brought gold, you've flown the flag very, very high, and we've been so, so happy to be associated with you and to be represented by you. You've been a great ambassador of Kenya, you know, everywhere that you've gone. Now, the last question, are you married? Do you have children?
Yeah, I'm so happy that even being a person with a disability, I'm still responsible. I have a wife, and I have 3 boys and 1 girl, and I'm proud to be a father. So when I go there and they call me father, I feel very good that I have I have a generation I'm bringing up, and I want to see them being champions like myself. So when I'm talking about these young people, I still have the teenagers, I still have now people to talk to.
How long have you been with Paul?
Paul, have been with him for more than 10 years.
Wow.
He has been of great support.
Yes.
Most of these records you can see we be together.
Yes.
You know, with the team, I believe in teamwork.
Yes.
That spirit of teamwork is very, very good. When I'm down, he's there to lift my spirit. When he's down, I'm there to lift his spirit.
Well, losing sight does not mean losing vision. He is a man, despite losing his sight, he has been victorious in so many feats, not only in Kenya, but all over the world. You and I can make it. Never give up.